Guys, this podcast is brought to you by our friends at Wrestling Collector Shop. Make sure when you need to add new figures to your FigFed lineup, you head over to WrestlingCollectorShop.com.
Started by collectors for collectors around the globe, Wrestling Collector Shop has been serving fans the latest and greatest in wrestling action figures since 2002. Whether you're looking for basics, elites, or ultimates, Wrestling Collector Shop should be your first stop the next time you're looking for wrestling figures.
So make sure to go to WrestlingCollectorShop.com and use promo code Swoggle to save yourself 10% on your entire order. That's WrestlingCollectorShop.com. Use promo code Swoggle and save yourself 10% on the newest and greatest wrestling figures out there.
That's more than 9%.
Welcome to A State of Affairs, a podcast where my friend Joe and I debate different topics, whether it be pop culture, food, wrestling, entertainment, music, movies, or whatever that episode's topic shall be. I am Dylan Postl. You may know me as Swoggle, the king of small style, and by God, the leader of this show.
And I am the apple of your eye, the ice in your tea, and one hell of a nice guy. That's right, it's me, it's Captain J-O-E. And we are here for round 7 of the State of Affairs, Dylan.
Round 7. Joe, before we get into this week's topic, can we talk about last episode?
We can talk about anything you want. I'm here to listen, baby girl. What you got?
I don't normally like to bring up the past, as I always say.
Despite the fact that you have another podcast that deals with directly talking about nothing but your past?
As I always say, the front windshield is always bigger than the rearview mirror.
And always cracks first.
Can we talk about last episode?
Let's talk about last episode, Dylan. It was about 80s and 90s cartoons. And according to the poll that we put out on Twitter, you edged out a victory.
What was the percentage?
A very small victory.
What was the percentage?
The percentage was 58 to 42%. Dylan barely edging out.
That's not an edging.
Victory.
I know about edging, and that is not.
Trust me.
An edge.
You don't know
about edging. That is not an edging, sir.
That is an edging.
I won. I called it.
You won because a lot of comments we got say, "Oh man, I waited too long to vote and I missed it, but I would have voted shoes." So I'm going to give myself a courtesy win here this week.
No. If I did this, it would not be taken well. You know that.
I know. I think that's fair.
Some may say.
Out on the street, they call me the facilitator of fair play. And I think it is just the right thing to do to give myself a courtesy win this week. So we'll chalk it up to a tie. How about that?
I won.
According to the poll,
you.
You did not destroy me. Absolutely.
I didn't destroy you.
No. Dylan, I beat you by 45% a week ago, the episode before, and now you think that barely getting 58% is destroying? Stop it.
No,
you're not
the 45, the 45%, that's like a mugging. People don't like that. This was a destroying. Me beating you in 80s and 90s cartoons was an absolute decimation.
Absolutely not. You could go fuck yourself.
Joe,
but
we're talking about last week.
We got a lot of feedback coming off that episode. One of the biggest things is people complaining about the shows we both left out. One of the most common ones I heard.
I saw that.
Now, I spoke about this on Shoes Clues, which is available, of course,
on the Patreon.
On the Patreon, patreon.com/PodXchange. Every week I do a little recap. You can catch it there at the Landon's Lunch Money tier. One of the ones that came up the most that I saw, and I don't know if you encountered the same, but the X-Men cartoon, X-Men the animated series from '92.
I saw that a lot. Yeah, I saw that a lot.
Came up a lot. I like that. I like that series. I like it a lot. I very much enjoyed the new X-Men '97 that just recently came out. I don't know. It doesn't make my top 5 though.
I never liked X-Men. I still don't like X-Men.
It wouldn't even come close for you anyway.
It's not in my top 100.
Yeah. Now, one that did get brought up that I was mad about that I left out for myself was
Rescue
a series.
Rangers.
No.
Oh, really?
Neither one of us mentioned it. Rescue Rangers to me was okay. Like, it was on because it was Disney afternoon, so but I was never really invested in it. I more so enjoyed the Nintendo game, the Capcom Nintendo game at the end.
You mean the same game as DuckTales?
The same game as DuckTales. All those Disney games were great.
Yeah.
But the one that I was kind of mad at myself for leaving out and forgetting was Tiny Toon Adventures. I loved Tiny Toon Adventures.
It was on my list as a top 10. I loved it. Loved it. Also, going back to that topic of last week that I brutally won, a lot of the feedback I saw was about Simpsons and Family Guy and South Park and that, which is understandable, completely understandable. But you and I were in the same mindset of thinking of these are childhood cartoons or that kind of mindset of.
Yeah, primetime adult-themed animation. And I understand maybe Simpsons doesn't have adult themes, but they're definitely adult jokes. It's written for an older crowd.
Homer chokes his son.
Yeah.
It's very adult themed.
He's strangling his son in every episode. And we just thought that was funny.
Yeah. But it was a fun episode. It was one of our most downloaded and most talked about episodes we've done. We cannot thank you guys enough for that. A lot of feedback came from it, including.
Oh, I can't wait to see which one you pick this week.
Maybe my favorite topic or favorite point brought up about the episode. This comes from Instagram. Guys, you can follow us on Instagram at AffairsPod, on Twitter /X at AffairsPod, on TikTok
at AffairsPod.
YouTube.com/Dylan Postl. You leave us reviews, questions, all of that. Chat with us in the Discord. The Discord has been popping, as the kids say. Been a lot of fun interactions in the Discord, which you get in the Patreon. But this was from Instagram. It is from Wagnerrock's Toy Box. Great episode, fellas. One question I always have had about Muppet Babies. Was the Muppet Baby Nursery a lightly supervised daycare or a polite way of saying orphanage? So, I saw this and immediately it was something that I honestly always have thought. Because we don't see Kermit's parents dropping
him off and picking them up.
Yeah, we don't see... there's a few episodes where Bunsen and Beaker pop in. Or remember? Or Bean Bunny pops in. But they never leave, to my knowledge. They're just there. So is Nanny watching over just all of these toddlers at all times?
Now that you say this, I feel that I'm in a unique position to speak on this because, as you know, and as I would assume a lot of our listeners know, I myself am an orphan. And what is that face? What is that face you're making?
Here we go. Go ahead.
My parents are dead. I'm an orphan.
I'm just going to let you go. Go ahead, buddy. Where is this going? Where is this possibly?
I'm just saying. Because in none of the episodes are any of these Muppet babies anxiously waiting to be picked up by their loved ones, their close family members. Maybe they're, going to the zoo or something. There's nothing they have to look forward to outside of that day's adventure.
They didn't go to the fucking zoo. They never went to the zoo.
No, they don't go anywhere because they have no one to love them. And all they have is just the other kids who are also left in that room with the door closed until Nanny comes to give them lunch. I think it is definitely an orphanage.
Your favorite cartoon was about murder.
No, it's
Your
about not murdering.
Verbatim. What did Batman teach you?
Don't
How
kill
to
people.
kill.
Don't kill
sorry,
people.
Sorry.
Batman doesn't kill.
Yeah. Nope. Today's a new day. Today is a new day. I won last week.
It is.
Joe, what was your favorite feedback from last episode?
So we had a guy named Joe Compton, and he is a big Dylan Postl supporter, and he razzes me playfully on Twitter every episode about how great you are and how non-great he thinks I am. But Joe Compton, who's on Twitter at Marine Soldier 81, wrote, Joe Shoes won this week. Had Dylan gone with Garfield and Friends as number 5, maybe he would have won. But come on, Dylan, you're making this difficult for me to pull for you. And I think that is why I deserve a courtesy win. Not only does he think I had a better list, but I turned him from a Swoggle supporter into a full-blown Joe Compton, you are the Shoonie of the week.
Nope. Doesn't count. Does not count. He's not the fucking Shoonie of the week. He is your supporter of this week. But as he said, I would have got the vote. I would have got the win if I would have used Garfield.
I don't think so. I think he's just being nice. He's
Joe,
lessening the blow.
Joe,
he's lessening the blow for you.
You're going to piss me off already. You're going to piss me off already.
He's
because
putting
he
the
just
crash
said
pad
that.
out there for you because you're falling
He literally
hard,
just said
girl.
He said in that review. Read the review again, asshole. Read it again.
I know what he said, but it's obvious he's just being nice to you.
Bull.
Obvious. Clearly obvious.
It's obvious I had a desecration of a win.
A desecration? What, like a Katie Vick win?
That wasn't poop.
Katie Vick was necrophilia.
Isn't desecration poop?
No, it's just violation. Like when you desecrate it.
No, when you desecrate, you poop.
No, that's defecate. You idiots.
Oh, no. No. No.
Guys, follow us on all the social media at AffairsPod. We gave away a Dominic Mysterio Elite figure on TikTok this week. The winner of that was Brian T 1701. Thank you guys very much. This week, you know what we're giving away, Dylan?
A big one?
Bailey.
Whoa! Hey, Bailey! Ooh. Ah! How can the person win that?
You follow us on all the social media. Look for the post announcing our giveaway and then follow the instructions. It's very simple to do.
Very easy.
Sometimes we ask you to retweet stuff. Sometimes we ask you to tag 2 friends. Sometimes we ask you to do 3 backflips into a somersault roll, look at the sun and say, pick me, guys. We haven't done that one yet, but it's on the list for future giveaways. Guys, but it's a Bailey Elite figure courtesy of Wrestling Collector Shop.
I'm adding another one. I'm adding another giveaway.
You're adding
another surprise giveaway. Yep. If you do, what did you just say? 3 backflips? What was your thing?
3 backflips, a somersault roll, and yell "pick me" and videotape it.
If you do 3 cartwheels, a somersault, and say "Yay, pick me," first person to do it, tagging Affairs Pod on whatever form of social you would like, you're getting a signed gold bendy sent to you on me.
Whoa, that's a big ticket item.
Gotta do it. Gotta go big.
2 giveaways this week. Can't beat that. We make sure you subscribe to this podcast wherever it is that you listen to podcasts. Leave 5-star reviews across Apple Podcast and Spotify. And Dylan, we got another review this week. A very nice review. I think it's a review you're going to be happy with. I know you're not happy often, but this is 5 stars on Apple Podcast from TWall005. And it's titled simply, "If You Like, ... And it continues, making your own sandwiches with Miracle Whip to pair with your favorite Roy Rogers sandwich while listening to Eve Torres's theme playing over the Velocity intro pyro, then you are in the right place. These guys entertain with hot takes that rival those irrational arguments that occur after an all-day tailgate. Every 2 weeks, this is a must listen. Keep up the good work, boys. Can't wait to see you guys argue over the best kind of chips.
George?
T-Wall 005.
Mark it
Thank
down.
you very much.
I'm going to destroy you in that one, too.
I'm not a big chip guy. I'd have to really think about that one.
I'm going to destroy you. T-Wolf? T-Wolf? T-Wall? T-Wolf?
T-Wall.
T-Wall. Hell
like,
of a
that's
review.
The wall, brother. Remember that from Nitro when Hogan was on it was Beach Nitro and Hogan looked across the street and up on the building across the street at the very top was the wall, and somehow only Hulk Hogan knew it was the wall, so he just kept saying, "That's the wall, brother. That right there, that's the wall." And the wall just stood across.
I thought this was when you were going to say this was when he wrestled Berlin, like Berlin.
No, remember the wall was Berlin's heater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
So that guy, the wall, they were setting up a Hogan wall match. You know, the one we've all been waiting for.
Okay.
And when they did Nitro at like spring break, Hogan's in the middle of the ring, and across the beach, across the street, there's a tall building that looks like a indoor parking lot or something, like a parking garage. And the wall is just standing all the way at like the top level of it, doing this, like miming the choke slam. And no one sees this. No one knows it. No one can even make it out. And Hogan's just screaming into the mic with Mean Gene. "Look over there, brother. That's the wall. That's the wall, brother."
He turned into a wall, correct? In the
Sergeant A-Wall. Yeah.
Sergeant
A-Wall. Misfits in Action.
Yep. No.
Oh. Yeah, I think so. Was he not in that?
I thought Misfits in Action was the Rey Mysterio.
No, that's the Filthy Animals.
The Filthy Animals. You're right. I am not
Misfits
right.
in Action was General Hugh G. Rection. Private Stash. Major Guns.
G.I. Bro.
G.I. Bro. What was Lash LaRue?
Lieutenant Loco.
Lieutenant. Oh, that was Chavo, right?
Yep.
Lash LaRue was in there too. What was his name?
Yeah, you just said it.
No, he was Lieutenant Loco. Wasn't Chavo?
No, the one before the Stash one.
No, that was Van Hammer.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
And then Van Hammer was mad that he was only a private, so they had to make him Major Stash.
I remember huge erection. Okay. Guys, thank you for the reviews. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for all of that. It really does mean a lot to us to see. It's really, really heartfelt and heartwarming that you guys are enjoying this as much as we are enjoying recording it. We leave every episode and we immediately message George and PodXchange group chat and go, "That was a fun one." And as angry as we make each other, it really, really is a fun time for both of us. And I love it. I love this. This is it's another good time talking to a friend when I talk to George and then Shoes. But on to this week's episode.
If you're enjoying this content, maybe take a look at Patreon. Patreon.com/PodXchange, where we have a bunch of bonuses between not only our show, but the Game Marks podcast, and of course going Postl as well. We have our monthly social dinnering, just happened last Thursday. So hope you guys were in there and enjoyed that as much as we did doing it. That was our second one.
I love social dinnerings.
Social dinnering is so much fun.
Much fun. They're becoming just a blast. Relaxing. Just picking a random meal to eat. First one was Popeyes. And that's topped it this week or this month. And just enjoying time, laughing and just talking about food and getting into arguments. It's a good time.
And then, of course, I have Shoes Clues every week that I've been doing lately, which is just a short little wrap up, maybe talk about stuff that got left out of our most recent episodes or me commenting on Dylan's Going Postl. I talked about some of my favorite wrestling t-shirts on one of the episodes. So that's always good. And if you were a Car Jomez fan, that's back in the deli sandwich tier as well. Once a month, you'll get a bonus Car Jomez pop culture movie and TV episode as well. So definitely check that out if you guys are so inclined. But Dylan, what do we got today?
Patreon has been enormous and a lot of content on there to check out. But this week, I keep saying this week, you guys know what I mean. This episode It's been a heat wave. Wisconsin has been on just absolute fire with the heat. I am currently eating a Dole Whip because it's still warm out. This week, you saw in the title, it is top 5 ice cream flavors. Just like we always do with these lists, we're going to start at 5. We're going to go to 1. We're going to go back and forth. This is going to get ugly. It's going to get heated, you could even say.
I would say,
but before that,
icy.
Ad break. Go.
Dylan, I think this is a great place to lead off, and I'm going to take the reins this week.
Okay, this will be good.
You started last week, so I'm going to start with my number 5 selection. Kind of simple, very simple flavor to come in with my number 5. We're going to go with brownie batter. Your double main man, Captain Joe Shoes, is a big chocolate guy. I love my sweets, and I loves me some brownies. And when you told me that I can not only have chocolate ice cream, but with that chocolate brownie mix in there and get those nice clumps in my spoonfuls, so good. It just, when you're a child, and especially when I was a child, now we make the joke that we didn't have pyro when I was a kid. We didn't have entrance music for a lot of people when I was, for a lot of those years when I was a kid, we didn't have flavors with stuff in them. And you know what I love, Dylan? Stuff. I love stuff. And brownie batter gave me stuff that I love, and that puts it on my list. Number 5, brownie batter ice cream.
It's just too much. Very simple. It's just too much. Pick one. Pick one. Brownie or ice cream. Pick one.
Why do I have to pick when
done.
I can obviously have both? It's there because they want me to have both.
Hey, why don't you put that over a banana and then put it with some sprinkles on it and all that?
No, because if you're putting fruit on ice cream, you're fucking go reevaluate your life, lock yourself in the dark in a closet, and don't come out until you realize the error of your... Who puts fruit on ice cream? Losers!
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Brownie batter. Too much. Too much going on. Too much going on. Don't like the consistency. The only good part of a brownie is the corner pieces. It's the only good thing about a brownie. If you eat a middle piece of a pan of brownies, you are a psychopath. Plain and simple. Also, chocolate ice cream, get it out. It has no place on my list. It has no place in general in ice cream.
Then you already lost.
Oh, yours is all chocolate? See ya. Joe, turn the camera off.
Chocolate doesn't
shut the
make
mic
the
down
list at all. If you're saying it doesn't even make it into one spot in that measly, grubby little fingers of yours, then you already lost. Because it may not be in all of mine, but it's at least there.
Not in mine. It is not in one of mine. Not in one of mine.
Then I'll just...
It sucks.
I paid my dues time after time.
Is this closing time?
Sentence, but committed no crime. Because we are the champions. Dylan.
You're a champion of shit. Hold on. My number 5. Rainbow sherbet. You get 3. You get 3 flavors in one. 3 flavors in one. You get lime, you get orange, you get watermelon. You get 3 flavors in one in a different consistency than normal ice cream. Rainbow sherbet, it is a wild card, but you're always going to get a nice, decadent, different bite every time. And then sometimes you go a little crazy, Joe. You go across the grain and you get a little roll across the grain of each one. And it is just an absolute party in your mouth. Rainbow sherbet, number 5. Way better than your shithole brownie batter.
Dylan, what's the second word in that flavor's name?
I'm not doing this.
Because that is not ice cream. Sherbet is fake ice cream trying to masquerade as ice cream and make you think that you've had the pleasure and satisfaction derived from having real ice cream.
Okay, so would you not consider dairy-free ice cream ice cream?
No, I wouldn't, because why would anyone have that?
Well, what if you have what if you're lactose intolerant?
You can't. Then you know what? Then you lose. You're just not able to. It sucks to be you. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry you got to go through this. But either man up and deal with the consequences, or just don't have it.
That could be the best argument you've ever given. Go to your 4.
Number 4, Dylan. I said it with number 5. I am all about the stuff. This is why I love Dairy Queen Blizzards, because they give you all this variety.
Because you can't just pick one. Because you can't just pick one. You love things too many. You love too much.
I love a lot. I did not get this body by not loving sweets and chocolate and all the goodies that come along with deliciousness. And that's why number 4 on the shoes list, Moose Tracks. You know what? Yeah, you know what Moose Tracks is, Dylan?
I do.
It's delightful. That's what it is.
I do.
It's vanilla
one of Land's
ice
favorite.
Cream.
Yep.
With peanut butter cups and a thick fudge ripple going around that ice cream. And when you dig that spoon in, you know what I like to do with my Moose Tracks, Dylan? I like to open up the carton. I like to take my spoon and dig a hole right in the middle. I like to eat right out of the middle of that ice cream and have a little hole. Make a little hole for a man to hide, because once I have that hole, I'm going to spray some chocolate syrup in there. I'm going to put some sprinkles in there. And then I'm going to mix it up, because now it's been out a
okay.
while.
Hold on. Throwing a flag. I'm throwing a flag.
Go ahead.
This is horse shit. That doesn't count then. So you're adding to the ice cream flavor, you're saying?
I just said, with this specific one, I like doing this because I like all the stuff.
Asterisks.
No. You can take that away, and Moose Tracks is still awesome. When you dig in, you get those peanut butter cups. When you dig in and you break that fudge ripple and the chocolate comes in pieces, and you get a nice spoonful of that with the mix. Chocolate and peanut butter was meant to be.
Here's the issue, Joe. Here's the issue. That is a top 2 flavor of Land and Postl.
Okay.
Moose Tracks.
Moose Tracks, it's great.
I am going to interrupt you with my number 4.
Oh.
I have caramel cow tracks. Ooh. Now, what you might be saying is, oh, Dylan, you're talking about not liking stuff. No. This isn't stuff. There isn't stuff in here. It's a swizzle of caramel, which is so much better than fudge or chocolate. So much better. And also, it has caramel-filled pieces. Little caramel cows. Kemp's brought us little caramel cows that are just absolutely delectable. Absolutely delicious. And that is why caramel cow tracks is better than your stupid, overdone, I can't just have peanut butter in my ice cream. Nope. I can't just have chocolate in my ice cream. Nope. I can't just have a swirl of hot fudge in my ice cream. Nope. I need all of them. Get out. It's too much happening. Too much happening.
Dylan, have you ever worn a suit before? You don't seem like a suit guy.
I love wearing suits, actually.
Okay. So, do you just wear the pants without anything else? Or do you wear the jacket without anything else? Do you wear the cummerbund without anything else? No, because when you put it all together, it creates this majestic appearance that doesn't exist without all the parts. And that's what Moose Tracks is. It is the coming together to make majestic.
That could be one of the dumbest correlations you've ever made on this show. And you've made some dumb ones. Between Moose Tracks and a suit.
Yes.
A suit is a suit. A suit is a whole suit.
And Moose Tracks is a whole Moose Tracks. It wouldn't be Moose Tracks without the stuff, without all the pieces included.
I'm glad that you say you need stuff because you can't just have ice cream. You can't. Oh, man, wait. You just wait. Guys, just wait for this absolute decimation again.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me, what do you got for number 4, Dylan? Go ahead.
I did say number 4, caramel cow tracks.
Caramel cow tracks. That's what you're standing by that.
Yes, it's caramel. It's better than...
So now what if I take away your little caramel cows? Because you can't just have ice cream.
You know what I have then? You know what I have? I have vanilla ice cream with caramel swirl. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need the caramel cows. It's a nice, delectable surprise here and there. I don't need full goddamn peanut butter cups. I don't need that.
So let's take the peanut butter cups out, and you know what I got? Vanilla ice cream with a thick fudge ripple, which is
no one likes fudge. If you put caramel,
you're an idiot.
You put caramel compared to fudge. You cannot put caramel. You cannot put caramel.
No one likes fudge. Are you
compared to caramel? I'll fight you. I will turn this car around and I will turn it into fudge versus caramel. And if you think, you know what, Wilt Chamberlain, you know what? You're throwing a layup with fudge, the easy one. Yet again, you're pandering. You are the plebeian of pandering. That's what they call you, actually. That's what they call you. You're going with the easy one to get the people what they want.
No, because you're out here being the fuck boy of fuckery because you just don't understand that. You know what? I would get annoyed when people are like, oh, shoes is being different just for the sake of it. And you know what? I wasn't. But sometimes the popular choice is popular for a reason. And I like plenty of things that just happen to be popular. And fudge is popular. Why? Because it's the best.
It sucks.
Because it's the best. Whenever you go anywhere, what's the go-to flavor that you know everyone has? Fudge. Why? Because it's the most requested. Because it's the best. And it is the Daniel LaRusso of ice cream topping flavors. That's the Karate Kid. He was also the best around. And nothing was ever going to keep him down.
Keep me down. It is the best around. You're wrong. You're just wrong.
I'm not.
No, go ahead. Go ahead with 3. That's
why they call me the Raja of Righteousness. And that's why with number 3.
Does it make sense in that setting, Joe?
What?
It doesn't make sense in that setting.
Yes, it does. Number 3. One of the all-time great flavors. When this flavor came around, was like a game changer. Like nothing we ever knew could be this good. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
Stop.
How do you not love chocolate chip cookie dough? Because you know what's great? Freshly baked cookies. You know what's also great? Raw cookie dough. Correct. I would eat raw cookie dough out of that tube. I'd buy it, or my mom would buy it. I'd sneak it out of the fridge. I'd make her think that she never bought it. I'd try to trick her. I'd try to bamboozle her into thinking that she forgot it, that she never bought it. And I'd go and I'd use my little scissors to snip the top, and I'd just squeeze it out of the tube and feast on that cookie dough. And wait 1 second. Now you're telling me that I can have it in my ice cream? Are you serious? What a time to be alive, Dylan. Cookie dough.
Too much bullshit. Again, it's too much. It's just too much. You don't need it. And that is why, ready for this? Hold on.
Oh, this is going to be good.
That is why I come at you, my fine-feathered friend. You don't need the cookie dough. My pick at number 3 is just very simply cookies and cream. You have chunks of cookies, of Oreo, Milk's favorite cookie, as they say. You have pieces of Oreo in vanilla ice cream. That's all you need. You don't need the dough. You don't need these hard chunks. Also, let's say this. let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade here. Sometimes you'll have your chocolate chip cookie dough, and the cookie dough is so frozen, it's awful. You have to treat it like a gumball in your mouth, just just rolling it through your cheeks to get it palatable. That's awful. It's stupid. And you run into that. You run into that more times than not, mind you. More times than not, the cookie dough is way too frozen. That's why cookies and cream is my number 3, because it just has the flavor of America's favorite cookie, of Milk's favorite cookie. What do you got?
You're way off.
Why?
You're way off that you think cookies and cream should be number 3. Like, how dare you come on this program and slander cookies and cream by putting it at number 3 when everyone knows
because it's your number 2?
It should be number 2 as it is for me.
Hold on. Now, sir, you made it easy on Little Dill. So you're going to double. Hold on. You need to just stop because you are doubling up on the cookie. That's what you're doing.
Cookies
because
and
hold on. No. You said it. You threw this out there. I cannot let this one go.
Go ahead.
And then I'll give you time to explain yourself. But I need to stop this. I know you do, but I need to stop this. I have a bad memory. Vodka and concussions. It's not good. Here's the issue. Cookie dough isn't good enough to make number 2. So now you need to take a step back from full cookie dough pieces to just bits of cookie.
No.
That's what you're saying. No. Go ahead. Hey, the floor is yours, pal. Talk yourself out of this hole.
Because we're doing a list of our favorite flavors. And one thing about me, as much as I love cookie dough, you know what I love more than chocolate chip cookies, Dylan? Oreos. I can put Oreo in anything. Milkshakes, ice cream, pancakes, dog hair. If it has Oreo in it, I will most likely want to try it. There is just something about having that Oreo flavor involved in something where it makes me want it. Cookies and cream Pop-Tarts, number 2 overall Pop-Tart flavor on the market. Cookies and cream ice cream, so good, especially if you have a premium brand. You spend the extra couple of bucks to get that premium brand where it's just creamier. You get the higher quality cookies, because let's be honest, some of these cheaper brands, the store-bought brands, do use the cheaper sandwich cookie.
It tastes the exact same.
No, there is definitely a difference. I know you have a very ignorant palate. We've already gone over this with the sandwiches and with every other food episode that we've ever done, that you just don't have taste buds anymore, which is weird because you're not even a smoker, where your taste buds would have just evaporated after, I don't know, how old are you now? 45? So 25 years of smoking minimum, where you just can't even taste anymore. You'd get fired from working in the kitchen on the Bear very quickly because you just have no ability to taste if you don't think there's a difference between generic sandwich cookies and good old Oreos. But they are so good, and especially Breyers used to make a chocolate cookies and cream, which was even better.
To overload it even more.
Even better than regular cookies and cream.
Is that what you're counting as your thing, is chocolate cookies and cream, or are you saying
no, they don't make it anymore. They don't make it anymore.
Good, exactly. So obviously it wasn't very popular.
It was stupendous. Sometimes you have to enjoy the things while they last. And you know what? If you never leave, they can't ever miss you. And I miss it greatly. But cookies and cream, for you to call it number 3, insulting. Insulting, disrespectful, because it is number 2. Where it belongs.
You're digging your number 3 an even bigger hole.
No.
You should have put your number 3.
Different type of stuff.
You should have considered cookie dough number 2 because it is shit. Let's go. My number 2.
Real good joke.
My number 2. If you know Dylan Postl, you know He loves funfetti. It has been my favorite cake since I was a child. I love funfetti cake. My number 2, cake batter. Cake batter ice cream. You get that funfetti-ish cake in that vanilla, more of like I wouldn't even say it's just a straight vanilla, more of a, I don't know, a cream vanilla type of ice cream, and then
like
you
a sweet
get
cream.
yeah, and then you get those rainbow sprinkles. Again, Dylan Postl needs one of 2 toppings on his ice cream: caramel or rainbow sprinkles. That's all you need. If you're going above and beyond that, you're a lush. Let's be honest. You don't need it. Cake batter is easily my number 2. Easily my number 2 versus your cookies and cream. Have fun with that one, buddy.
I like it, but it's not top 5 for me because at the end of the day, I prefer cookies more than I prefer cake. So I'll give you this. I like cake.
You prefer
batter.
cake? You prefer brownie more than you prefer cake?
Yes.
You're talking out of your ass.
No, I do. Yeah.
You're talking out of your ass.
When I have it, cake batter to me is like the let's change it up flavor because I will often go to the items on this list. Those are my go-tos. Obviously, they're my favorites. So cake batter is like, you know what? Let's get crazy. Let's mix things up today and get a birthday cake waffle bowl or something, something kooky. And that's where I put cake batter in. So it wouldn't make my top 5, but I do understand why it's up on your list, especially that high. I know a lot of people have very strong feelings and very strong regards for cake batter.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Number 1.
Go ahead.
The all-time greatest
it's gonna piss
flavor of ice cream. It's chocolate ice cream.
You
it's
fucker.
Nuts. It's everything in one place.
It's not just chocolate ice cream.
It's Rocky Road. Rocky Road is the greatest collection of it's the ice cream that says you don't need toppings, you don't need anything because you have Rocky Road, baby girl. You come here, you wrap your greedy little palms around that carton of ice cream or around that waffle cone or around that sundae bowl, and you have everything you've ever wanted. The marshmallow, the nuts, the ice cream. It's all right there for you. And it is like ambrosia. You know what ambrosia is, Dylan? The nectar of the gods. And that's what Rocky Road is like. When you have some Rocky Road, you think about things and you say, no matter what I'm going through in life, no matter that I'm an orphan now, I can take solace and enjoyment in the fact that in this moment, I have Rocky Road. And Rocky Road will always be there for me as long as I need it.
Julius Irving with another easy layup. That's what I have to say. He obviously went on icecream.com and looked at, what are the top flavors of all time?
Is that even a website?
That's what you did.
Is icecream.com a real website?
That's what you did. You did it.
Hold on, I'm going to look that up.
There is nothing.
Icecream.com.
There is nothing. Chocolate ice cream, period, needs to stop. It needs to stop. It needs to kick rocks. It needs to go away. Flat out, period. I know
icecream.com is real. It brings you to the Edie's homepage.
Edie's bought icecream.com.
That's a hell of a purchase.
Hell of a purchase. Hell of a purchase. You went there and you thought, what is the most popular ice creams? Rocky Road. People don't like it. People like to say they like it. People like to say, I love Rocky Road. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't like it. It's the popular, it's the common, it's the Big Mac. But Big Macs are actually enjoyed. Rocky Road is not actually enjoyed. It's not.
What did you do a poll like This Is Family Feud? You asked 100 people and you said, "Oh, tell me, hi,
Yeah.
I'm Dylan. I'd like to know if you genuinely enjoy Rocky Road." And everyone
don't.
told you, "Of course, I'm a human being. I've got taste buds and a heartbeat, don't I? You little piece of shit." That's
I've
what
been
they
on
would have
this
said
earth.
to you.
I've been on this earth for 38 years. For 38 years, and I've never once ordered Rocky Road. It's never been on a menu, and I've been to an ice cream shop in my day. It's never been on a menu, and I literally went, self, I think today's going to be a Rocky Road day. I've never. I've never. I would walk out of said shop. I promise you on everything I live for. If every flavor was gone and only Rocky Road was there and it was 100 degrees out and they had a beautiful waffle cone and they had only Rocky Road left, I would walk in, I would see that, and I would walk out. It's dumb. Too much going on. Too much. It's just too much.
But cake batter and funfetti isn't too much for you? Somehow Rocky Road is too much, but you just stood up here pontificating about the merits of all the shit that goes into birthday cake ice cream, and now
it's two things. No, it's two things. It's two.
And that's
two
too much.
Things.
But that's fine.
But yeah, Rocky it's two Road things. You have every nut, then every drizzle, and then chocolate ice cream. Can't have vanilla ice cream. Oh, that's too bland. Which brings me to my number one.
Oh, let's hear it.
My number one. The ice cream of ice creams. When you think of ice cream, when you were a child, and you drew a picture of ice cream, or they taught you the words ice cream. You know what was on top of that cone? A finely scooped batch of vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. The captain of all ice creams. The starter of all ice creams. The genuine article of ice cream. Vanilla. Now you tell me you have not dug your spoon into a vat of vanilla ice cream and thought, man, there's just not enough here. You haven't. You've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed that vanilla ice cream.
Not since 1985.
Hold on. First off, vanilla ice cream was invented in 1938. You've never scooped into said ice cream and went, there's just not enough. It needs more. It needs nuts and caramel and chocolate and rocks and roads. You've never thought that. You've just been very, very happy with said vanilla ice cream. You've enjoyed it. You've never taken a spoonful and went, I'm good. No, you've finished the vanilla ice cream. It is the cornerstone of ice cream. The cornerstone is vanilla ice cream. So now, if you are saying you don't like vanilla ice cream, you are saying you don't like ice cream, period. That's my argument, folks. Vanilla ice cream, the number one flavor of all ice creams.
Dylan? Maybe if I was in a nursery or a nursery school and my nanny or my teacher came in and gave out little Dixie cups to all the babies as we take a pause from living out our dreams and reveling in our imaginations, maybe I would say this vanilla ice cream is fine. But you know what? There's a little thing that draws a line in the sand, and that is called evolution. And evolution has brought vanilla ice cream to levels previously unthinkable, where vanilla ice cream on its own, to say that it's your number one when not even. You walk into a Cold Stone now and you know what their number one flavor is? Not regular vanilla. but they had to sweet cream it up. They had to jazz up regular vanilla to use as their base for sweet cream. So for you pompous son of a bitch, to come on this program and say that vanilla is a number one ice cream, well, you can kiss my ass.
Okay, let's go. What was your number 3 flavor? What was your number 3 flavor?
Cookie dough.
Okay. All right. You take the cookie dough away. What do you have?
Plain vanilla.
Correct. What was your number 4 flavor?
Moose Tracks.
You take the shitty peanut butter cups and the even shittier fudge away. What do you have?
But Dylan, let me tell you this.
No.
I get where you're going with this.
What was it?
Let me tell you
this.
The answer?
What was the answer?
But let me tell you.
What was the answer?
Because if that was the case, if it was just plain vanilla, I'm not getting it. I'm
Horse
getting
shit.
chocolate.
Horse shit.
I'm getting chocolate 100 times out of 100. You know why? Because it's better.
It's not. Not at all. Not at all.
It's better.
Not at all.
It is.
The cornerstone of ice cream is vanilla ice cream. The cornerstone
will tell us that.
The cornerstone is vanilla ice cream. That started it all. It started it, but that doesn't mean that's where it ends, Dylan. Things evolve. We make progress. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, Dylan. Nope, not doing this.
We're doing it because there it exists.
Nope.
The carousel of ice cream progress exists, and we have moved beyond, way beyond just plain vanilla. So you fucked yourself if you think people got to be out of their minds to sit there and go, "Oh, Dylan's got it right." No, Dylan's an idiot.
100%.
Dylan's trying to be like, "Look at me. I'm the educated one. I'm making a smart and insightful." Dylan is being an idiot because
you are not going to say you're number one. If you say you're number one versus my number one, Rocky Road versus vanilla,
blows it out of the water. You're done.
You're go ahead.
Out.
What's your list? 5 to 1.
5,
go ahead.
Brownie batter. Number 4, Moose Tracks. Number 3, cookie dough. Number 2, cookies and cream. Number 1, Rocky Road.
I mean, your 2 and 3 are. It's fine, buddy. Number 5, rainbow sherbet. 3 flavors, 1 tub. Number 4,
is real ice cream.
Number 4, sir, I didn't interrupt you. Number 4, caramel cow tracks. Number 3, cookies and cream. Just the perfect amount of cookies in every bite. Not too much, not too little. Number 2, cake batter. There's no better cake than funfetti. And number 1, you people think the captain is on this show. No. The true captain of ice cream is vanilla. That is my number 1. Sound off. Sound off in the comments. Sound off on Twitter/X, on Instagram. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Who won? Who won this battle? Is it myself with a very genuine list? Or is it a captain grasping for straws?
It's not grasping at straws when you have an appreciation for the different flavor profiles and the stuff that we have come to know and expect from our ice creams. For a man to say that he can't even put chocolate in any form on his list shows that he doesn't have a palate worth trusting for a hill of beans.
Hold on. Is that like the... Hold on. Is that this week's saying that no one's ever heard? A hill of beans?
A hill of beans? You never heard a hill of beans?
No, this is like Zegot.
This is the guy from Street Fighter?
That's what your first one was, Zegot.
Zegot? What the fuck is this? Zeitgeist?
That sounds even dumber now that you say it right. That's even... Yeah, hill of beans. No one's... Hill of beans, not a saying.
Bro, hill
not
of beans is got to be 1,000 years old. Come on.
No one has ever. I've never heard a hill of beans in
Oh
my
my
life.
God, come on.
Guys, sound off. Hill of beans. Not happening.
Oh.
All right.
Round
That's
going
to do it for this
round
episode.
6, round 7? Round 7
Round
of the
7.
State of Affairs.
Round 7 of the State of Affairs. Guys, make sure to follow us on all forms of social media so you can let us know what you thought of today's topic at Affairs Pod. Every place on social media: X, Instagram, Twitter, just kind of the same as X, but kind of not. TikTok. Follow us at Affairs Pod on all forms of social. Also, you can follow me at Dylan Postl on all forms of social. YouTube.com/Dylan Postl, where if you're just listening to this, you can find the video version for absolutely free. Joe, what else?
At The Joe Shoes everywhere on social media. If you'd like to follow me, youtube.com/Joe Shoes for my food review channel. And of course, I'm going to be at San Diego Comic-Con coming up, Dylan. I'm very excited for this. I don't know why I'm there doing something with the Major Pod guys. They got me going out, but I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm very excited. Don't forget, we have our giveaways. Follow us on all the social media. Follow the instructions for the giveaways, courtesy of our friends at Wrestling Collector Shop. We're giving away Elite, I believe it's 109 Series Bailey. You know, she got those wacky waving inflatable tube men, right? She's still doing that? No. Okay.
And also, I'm giving away that Swoggle bendy. 3 cartwheels, front somersault, jump in the air, maybe pop a split, point in the air and say, "Hey, pick me." First
and
person
eat a deli
post that on
hoagie
social.
on the way down. After you jump in the air, on the way down, eat a sandwich.
This is not part of it. But guys, thank you. Thank you all very, very much for listening, for your continued support in this, for your continued support on Patreon, patreon.com/PodXchange, supporting us, supporting Going Postl, supporting our good friends, George and Johnny Clash, or on this pod. Thank you. At the Game Marks Pod, having a lot of fun over there as well. Thank you guys so very, very much. That's all I got. Joe, say bye.
This has been the State of Affairs.
I hate it.